Question contraire, the honourable member for Winnipeg
South Centre.
South Centre.
It's got a nice ring to it. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Appreciate the remarks from my colleague. I've raised a few times in the House in response to comments colleagues across the way have made vis-a-vis the relationship between a price on pollution and food prices, that we have very clear data, including from the OECD, that tells us that Canada has the second lowest inflation rate in terms of food prices in the G7. Now, this is on par with the United States, which is a jurisdiction that does not have a price on pollution. Now, I want to save my colleague, who I know will come back and say, well, yes, Mr. Speaker, we don't have data because the Liberals don't track it. So I'll just get ahead of that a little bit and say, actually, there's no data because there is no evidence to support the assertion that he and colleagues have made in relation to food price increases and a price on pollution. I'm wondering if you can comment on why it is that OECD data is suggesting that his position is contrary to ours. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
The honourable member for Chilliwack Hope.
Well, thank you, Mr. Speaker. And I think when my constituents go to the grocery store, they see a massive increase in the cost of the price of groceries. And I think it is common sense that when you raise the price of gasoline and diesel, not only does that affects everything that moves in the country, and we don't have the ability to grow everything that people buy in a grocery store locally. So this stuff is moving thousands of kilometers many times, and there's a price that goes from through the entire supply chain. And so I don't think it's accurate. I think that the Agriculture and Agri-Food Committee has been studying this very extensively, and they've heard from numerous witnesses who have indicated that the carbon tax, in fact, does have a negative impact on the cost of food, and by that I mean it drives the price up, and we stand by that, Mr. Speaker, as do the witnesses who have appeared at Agri-Food Committee.